the space. See what else we have. Get into orbit. R&D department. Test the radio mounted parachute. Some weird tests here. Test the radial decoupler while landed. That seems easy enough. We'll also take orbit Kerbin, which is going to be big. Alright. Contracts. Okay, so let's test the Sepratron 1. We can test while landed. Okay, not this one. That one. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. So we will test the Sepratron and the launch stability enhancer and the radial decoupler. Alright, Curb 2 was successful. We will need a new design for these tests, however. We'll get the command pod. We should be able to retrieve it. Okay, things that I'm going to need. Look, a radial decoupler. What is the things I need to test again? Sepratron 1. So this will be something that I need. Launch stability enhancer. That ought to be simple enough. Radial decoupler. And achieve orbit. Okay, so these are all the things that I need to test while landed. So in probably the strangest spaceship of all time. I will do this. The Sepratron is that I want to fire this decoupler before I fire the Sepratron because I would rather this little Sepratron not be attached to my ship when it goes off. And then we will detach the command pod. Okay, that should be good. This is landing test 1. I don't think we need to save it. Because if this all goes well, we won't need it again. Alright, Jebediah is in control of the test. We're here in position. Oh, we seem to be slightly suspended. So first of all, first test. Sepratron. Radial decoupler. I didn't actually get to test the Sepratron there. So what we are actually going to go ahead and do is this. Revert flight to the launch. That was a much more powerful decoupling than I had anticipated. So we're actually going to have these two fire simultaneously. Like so. That was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. And 2 contracts complete. And now I will go ahead and test that. Perfect. 3 contracts complete. Let us recover the vessel. Well done. That was well put for science. I have plenty of science, actually, so that was well done for our reputation. Completed contracts. Perfect. Excellent. So let's go to R&D department. We have 100 science here, so we're going to do this rockets. The Sepratron 1, I thought I just tested that. 20 science. I did just test that. That's interesting. So I don't actually have it yet. Survivability. Oh, there's the radio-mounted parachute. 15 science. Did that get cheaper? I think that got cheaper when I tested things. Interesting. In addition, we also have the flight control, which is 45, which has the cockpit and the first remote thing. So that's pretty good. Radial decouplers, tricouplers, strut connectors. So I think what we're going to want is general rocketry and flight control. We still have 35. This is advanced rocketry. I cannot afford advanced rocketry. So let's go ahead and do survivability. Nice. Science tech is really important too. So that might be next. Getting science is pretty important. So that's some good stuff. Good stuff. 45, 45, 45, and this is up to 90. So we're going to have to do some serious science to get that stuff. But this should give us a lot of new equipment. Contracts. Let's see. Test the parachute in flight over Kerbin. Test the solid rocket fuel booster in flight over Kerbin. And the stack decoupler in flight over Kerbin. And achieve solid orbit. So I think we can probably run all of these tests in one. So let's go ahead and build a ship to test those things. We're gonna go ahead and scrap, of course, this monstrosity. Okay, perfect. So it's a test, so we don't actually have to launch anyone. So it actually might be better if we had this, because this could go horribly wrong. So what parachute are we testing again? Test the Mark 16 parachute. So that's just this normal parachute. So we'll go ahead. Aw, it doesn't actually stick on top. So that's unfortunate. Not entirely sure we're gonna do that. Why doesn't... The radial mounted parachute does stick, but the Mark 16 parachute needs something else. So, you know what? This will be a manned mission. We'll keep using the command pod. I don't think we need the Mark 1 cockpit. Okay, here we go. We will go ahead and add the parachute. So we can test the parachute. Other things we need to test: the RT-10 solid fuel booster. Okay, so we'll need this attached to the side of the ship, but we need it to not be launched until later. Actually, we could probably attach it here. Put... Oh, that's an inline reaction wheel. Keeps the ship from spinning and doing other annoying things. That's unnecessary. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Not yet. RT-10 and the TR-18 stack decoupler. 18A, that one. Actually, that might be perfect. Is it in the same area? No. 28, and this is 23. So it does overlap. So I can launch, then fire the stack decouplers. Let's put on... Let's put on a Sepratron so that we can push the launcher away from, or the command pod away from this in case we have to decouple it while the solid booster's still going. Now we are going to add another stack decoupler. And no, not yet. What's the difference between these? Again? Oh, this one can turn slightly. We might want the slight turning one. Okay, this is a very interesting rocket. I have no idea if it'll make it. In fact, in order to guarantee that it'll make it, I'll do a little more money here. And go ahead and attach 2 solid fuel boosters to the side here. Perfect, just like that. Okay, so that should allow me to check and test everything. Right? Then the parachute can be while it's coming down, I think. Probably a good idea. So, first of all, these two are going to fire. And this one. Then, when I hit space, these two will fall off. Then this will fall off. Then this will go off. So that should help. I don't know if we will reach these exact speeds. I hope we will. These are actually kind of slow as far as speeds go. But anyway, here's hoping. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this whole assembly down, I think. Yeah, that'll be good. All these boosters fire, then these 2 stacks go. Okay. Preparing for a test to help rid us of some of these contracts. Okay. Perfect. Throttle up. Ready to fire. Let's get the contract page open so we know when to fire things. Parachute is not something you need to fire immediately. Test solid fuel booster in flight over Kerbin. I just realized a lot of these would probably be better on a plane. But here goes nothing. Need to reach 20,000. Afraid this test is already going poorly. Achieve the correct speed, but not the correct height, and I don't think we're going to get to the correct height. Actually, we might. Oh, hey, we already got the decoupler. Or one of the decouplers. Oh dear, we're listing. Listing pretty seriously. Okay, we didn't get that. We're a bit too high to check the other one. Okay, the solid fuel's down. What is the next thing we can do? This design actually got us pretty high. Actually, really high. That's really high. Interesting. A very interesting test of science. Up. And down. Okay, we are beginning to descend. 8, stack decoupler, flight over Kerman. Flying, we're not flying, we're not at the right altitude or the right speed. We're going to be going far too fast for this to actually test well. Because as you can see, we're already going way too fast. Hopefully the atmosphere will slow us down as we begin re-entry. Shortly. Alright, we are beginning atmosphere re-entry as we are going very fast. We're beginning to slow down. Beginning to slow down. And we've already missed the altitude for both of our tests. Oh, that's not good. That's very not good. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. We did not meet the parachute conditions because we were descending far too fast. I'm not entirely sure if we're actually going to be able to do these tests until we get some aircraft, because rockets are going far too fast. But that's just really high. But I guess it's not outside the atmosphere. And we're about to perform splashdown. We were able to... Ooh! That was the rest of our rocket. Alright, we were able to complete one contract. So, the mission was not a complete bust, but based on what I recovered, I'm pretty sure we're going to be in the red as far as money on that mission goes. Splashdown, let's recover the vessel. Learned a little bit of science. Alright.